Right, we're getting this done this time. I've done it too many times now. So let's start with obviously what we've got here. We've got my project. We're looking at the Git commits. We'll go to one of the initial ones now and I'll show you what it originally looked like, just to show you the kind of progress I've made throughout. We will start with, which one did I say? Working CSS, yes. We will check out revision. Once that works, we can go over here, we can reset. Just ignore this one for now. So we've got like just a normal bidding page, takes you out to the councils. The buttons don't really work, but I was just getting the grasps to getting grips with it pretty much. From what we can see over here as well is let me see if I can find the templates file now. There we go, here we are. You can really see the only ones we've got is a really basic index page with the buttons here. Let's take another look. Which one did I say next? I said style changes index. There we are. Check our revision. And if I refresh, you can kind of see that we've got the header, footnote, buttons on the top here. We've got a simple bid function which doesn't save, and the council page is still the same. But that's just a bit more improvement that we've got there. Next one would be design. There we are. Again, go over here, just have a quick refresh. Go to the home page. We've got some simple buttons there. The bidding page now saves. We do have a bit of clipping with it, unfortunately, but we have come to fix that in today's version. The council page also looking a bit nicer. And then if I go back to main, which is one which I already downloaded for you guys to see. And then this is the one, yeah, with all of the pictures. Go back over, go back to the home page. Obviously we've got the leads background. These pictures are now become buttons, not buttons, sorry, some text boxes. Bidding page, again, same kind of gist, fix that clipping issue. Council's page, again, same kind of gist. The next one, yes, I need to show you guys the admin screen, which unfortunately I do not have a button for. But it's there anyway. So here we are, you can see the models being used here, which is the one which you guys gave. Recent actions, I've obviously added all these city councils and jobs for the contractors. And you can see the models again being used here. I've obviously got the bidding aspect, which is something I've gone and changed and added over onto the models over here. Can you load, please? I'm already on it, that's why. But there we are, I've gone and added the current bid there, which will just get changed every time the button gets pressed, and that is over in the templates, which I will be showing you shortly anyways. We've got the views, so we can show you that, which obviously goes and gives all of the URLs, it maps them, and obviously allows people to use them. But again, we've obviously got, sorry about that, my phone was just ringing in the background. So we've got the index there, which all this does get imported up into the original views as well, which is, oh, it's the URLs, but it just gets imported here. Let me take you back down into views and I'll walk you through some of them. So we've got bidding, which again is part of the supply chain bidding HTML. It renders the, oh, sorry, what am I? Yeah, that's right, sorry. But as you can see here, as I scroll down, you've obviously got a lot of the bidding aspects. Then moving on to the templates we have, which are pretty much all of the files for the HTML and the code, just so we can display them. We do inherit, I'll walk you through the base.html, because we inherit this a lot through each of the different pages. It holds things like the header, the footnotes, the buttons on the header, the different kinds of fonts that, oh no, sorry, that's the CSS. Oh no, it's not, it's also in here as well. Yeah, because it does have a bit of, it'll have its own CSS as well in here. Sorry. But yeah, like I say, it's obviously got the buttons that takes you to the home index page, the bidding page, and the council's page, which were all previously mapped by views, is what I was trying to say. We've also got the city council logo and stuff on the top left of the page. That was a pain to try and get the right size of, which is what all this CSS is for. The index page, like you'll see at the top, they all do extend it. That's all inheritance for us. And yeah, that's the main thing there. It just loads it over and adds on to that. We've also got the CSS, which is the different kinds of formatting that the pages are going to use. Each page also references this and just takes it over. It's got fonts, colours, backgrounds, stuff like that. Just handy bits. Just saves us having to copy and paste it all into the individual files. What else do we need to? And then we'll just have a quick full walkthrough of this website one more time for you, just to see all of this different aspects. Originally, when I did have this button, it was just a local variable that was saved, as you could previously see. So every time you press it, it just increased by 10. But what I wanted to do is I wanted it to save, so if multiple people were on, they could have like a bit of a bidding war against each other. So like I said, I went into the models there, and that was, oh, I've just gone too far there. So like I said, that was added into here, the current bid. If I had more time, what I'd love to do is I'd just add another one what would have the person's name who was bidding. So maybe you'd have to log in beforehand just so you could have that. And that'd also get added over onto the database down here. Because you can see, it's so finicky these, all of the different bits in here. So you kind of got the budget, the bid is somewhere in there. A current bid, yeah, there. So what I'd love to do is just add another one, current bid name, something like that. And when you'd obviously press the button, it'd add that update, that good thing. Maybe add a cooldown as well. I mean, it was a bit annoying to try and get this to work as it is, just so it could save anyway. With the refreshing and bits like that. But yeah, they were just a really big pain. Moving down, we've got this kind of carousel of images here. I wasn't sure what to add to make my page a bit more vibrant and stand out, so I just went for something simple, just a simple rotation of images related to what we're obviously talking about. When you could see over here as well, with previously on different versions, you could see the clipping that was kind of fixed, I believe, in base.html. Yeah, here the footer that just changes the z index to like 9,000 odd. Just makes it, because you're not really going to have anything else on them top layers, so why not? That just clearly fixed it were a simple fix just to stop the clipping there. All of this kind of different formatting, like I've said, is through the oh, 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 is through the CSS files, if I can find that now. Just keep losing everything. That's the only downside of having such a big project. But yeah, you've kind of got all of the different buttons. So the buttons for anything really, like the ones on the bid buttons, the ones on the header, any kind of button you see on this website is using this one here. I think style 2 was just more based for the table itself, which just it was a lot easier to do in a second one, just so they weren't conflicting too much. But let me go back to the website. And then the council page, you saw at the beginning that it was really basic, just had them all up here in the top left. But again, what I've gone and done there is I've just centered this, I've well, centered the text, added some fonts for it, all part of the CSS, and then just header footer, extending the base there. What I would have done is I would have added buttons to make all of these extend, and just obviously add the contact details and bits like that. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I would have done with more time is really gone a bit more in depth, made more bob ups, made it a bit more interactor friendly. I kind of spent a lot of time behind the scenes doing stuff like this bidding. This was took the majority of my time, although looking back at it is a simple thing, and it shouldn't have took as long as it did. I would have loved to make these all buttons as well. As you can kind of see, I've done the interactive background, but I would have loved to make them buttons where they could pop up and they could have a Newcastle City Council logo here with a description in the middle, um, and the budget and stuff. But like I say, I wanted the bidding war aspect to be more of a focus on this one. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I needed to say and do. Thank you very much.